Hello, this is Jake Rodway's Research Methods, Assignment 1, Unit 4. Thank you. First slide. What does ethical and legal mean? Ethical, there's 3 points to ethical. First point, must show moral principles. So it means, does it personally feel right in yourself to carry out this study? Because if it doesn't, then clearly you shouldn't, because you feel bad and consequences could be it ruin the results and stuff like that. Secondly, is the research right or wrong? Within society, is it accepted or not accepted to be able to carry out the research you're going to do? If yes, carry on. If no, find out why and then see if you can work around it. Okay. Finally, the final third one, will the research cause harm, meaning physical or emotional harm to the participant? If so, clearly don't do it. Make sure you abide by the rules, make sure they feel safe, and do not cross the line with physical and emotional harm. It's a serious thing. Legal. Are you working within the law? Legal. This is one of them. So, are you using the correct laws that go with your study so that your study is legal? Because if not, then there's a very high chance that you get fined or lose your accreditation for researching whatever you want to research. Cool. Right. Next slide. BASES. BASES Code of Conduct. BASES stands for British Association of Sport and Exercise Science. They have 6 rules that you should abide by to be able to make sure that your research is legit. Okay. So first rule, ethical clearance. Do you have the acceptance from local ethical community to go ahead with the research? So like whatever you're researching, go look at a little community that you want to research and see if they would mind you doing it. If so, yes, carry on. If not, find other ways to go around it. Okay, informal consent. That's the second one. Have the participants agreed to be the samples for your research? Because clearly if they haven't and you're still carrying out something dodgy's going on, illegal. So you must make sure that the participants are fully in the loop and want to do the research. Thirdly, confidentiality. Participants can choose to have results public or not. You must, and I mean must, obey by this because it's a big privacy thing. If the participants want to do the research but don't want their results out there, then you must respect that, because obviously people are people and everyone's themselves. They can do what they want. Okay, so if they want their names out there, do it. All the best. All right. Fourth point, data protection. All data used in the research must be obtained and locked away safely. And only when taken out, it can only be taken out by the researcher for the research, no other reason, nothing else. Fifthly, safety of participants. Be sure that participants are completely aware and safe of what's going on and at all times. So don't leave them out of the loop. Make sure they always know what's going on so that they feel safe and want to carry on with the study. The sixth point, acting with equality. Treat everyone within the research the same, right? Respect and care. Don't treat one participant different to the other, because this is where you fluctuate the results and lead to dodgy research. Okay. Fourth slide. Ethical and legal issues within sport. Okay. The 4 C's is what I go by. Competence is the first one. Does the researcher have the skills to carry out the study? E.g., okay, say if you're testing lactic acid through high interval training, you need to know how to take blood, otherwise this can cause harm to the participant, and it's very, very dodgy thing if you don't know how to take blood, taking blood when you don't know how to take blood. Second one, consent. Each participant taking part in your research must have 100% consent and agreement to be able to study on them. Okay, because if they don't have 100% agreement, then it's not really legal, is it? Let's be honest. Otherwise, yeah, because they don't want to do it. You're making them do it. It's a bit dodgy. Thirdly, confidentiality. Must. If participants' wishes, keep data that is found confidential. You can use the data, but not the name of the participant used in the data. Okay, so like we said in the other slides, just keep it confidential if they want to keep it. If they want to keep their name out of it, keep the name out of it. But if they don't, then go ahead and use their name where you want. It's all about privacy. Finally, conduct. Be sure to take into consideration the participants and their health, needs and wishes. So, if the participants feel like they're beginning to hurt, then you need to be aware of that and make sure you stop the study straight away. Otherwise, it can go down the wrong route and you can get fined, sued, whatever if you carry on. Overall, abide by these the four C's to allow you to be the best and most ethical research possible. Okay. Right, on to the scenarios. Scenario 1. Does diabetes have an effect on young gymnasts' levels compared to a gymnast who doesn't have diabetes? Okay, so what we're looking at here is when you research them, they're obviously young girls, so you've got to be careful, and you've got to make sure that whoever's researching them is CRB checked, because it's just how the world works these days, isn't it? And make sure you do not overwork the girls, because by overworking them, cause them harm. Cause them harm. Overall, if you just don't abide by these two little points I just said, it can lead to the credibility of your research, like hierarchy, decreasing due to people realising that your research isn't as ethical as you think. Okay, so make sure that you stick to it, alright, otherwise consequences can happen. Scenario 2. Will punishment on young gymnasts for poor landing help them improve their mistakes? Again, with a mistake, obviously comes punishment. Okay, so the researcher must tell the girls what the punishment is, e.g. sit-ups if the landing's wrong. But you can't just say sit-ups, because that's not specific enough. You must be specific with the amount of sit-ups and what sit-ups to do. Otherwise, you may come across as deceptive. Okay. You must know what punishments work for the different levels. All right. Of gymnasts in the room. E.g., gymnasts must have breathing. If a gymnast has breathing problems, so a sprint for them is not a good punishment, because it could harm them. All right. It's unethical, and in case it could cause harm again. Okay. Withdrawal from the punishment must be allowed. Otherwise, it's just not right, is it? Because scenario 3. Scenario 3. Does a gymnast's somatotype affect their fitness and ability level? In this situation, confidentiality comes into it big time. Say we have a child gymnast whose somatotype we don't know, and they may want to keep it on the low. Okay. If you do not keep their somatotype confidentiality on the low, and blow it out to the whole class all the time, then this could cause the child emotional harm, leading to bullying within the group. Okay, which is a no-go, because that's wrong, and your research shouldn't lead to bullying. That means your research credibility will decrease, causing your bases achievements to go down, and just generally you just could go to jail, because if you could cause bullying to a girl or a gymnast as you're the researcher, then consequences can happen. Parents get involved, go to the police about you causing harm to the child emotionally. One thing leads to another, and then there you go, get a fine or prison sentence. Not a big one, but still. Okay, scenario 4. How will a female's gymnastics performance change if they are a non-drinker, social drinker, or alcoholic? Right. Okay, when going ahead with this research, the key is they must have the right to withdraw, because if there's an alcoholic and they're performing, their cardiovascular level isn't great. Okay, so they'll find it hard to exercise, and they will want to leave. So their results must go if they want to leave. Okay, so withdrawal is key to this, because it's all about being ethical and legal. Right. you must be able to set the routine at correct level. Okay, so if the non-drinker will be able to be good with that, but the social drinker and the alcoholic may not be as great at setting the routine at the correct level. Their routine may not be as finesse and sharp as the non-drinker due to the alcohol intake. They must be professional. You must be professional. Take what the participants throw at you. Okay, so if the alcoholic starts getting rowdy about the whole performance and stuff, you must step back and just let them take a hit at you, because if you get involved, that's when the research either gets thrown away or it's just not right, because the study's more focused on the argument than the actual results. Okay, yeah, this is quite a big research. So if you don't take into account the points that I've just said above, it's pretty simple. Like, you could lose your points that lead to your basic accreditation being removed, denying you from taking part in proper sports and exercise research with no funds given out. So yeah, you'd be stuck at level 1 again. Scenario 5: measuring pain when at maximal training level by taking lactic sample. Well, as you're measuring pain, this is a big one, okay, because you're testing the law as you're intentionally causing someone pain. So as long as they have 100% consent that they want to be measured for the pain, then it's fine to go ahead with it. But if not, then you're causing someone pain. That's illegal because you're hurting someone without their consent. So make sure they have consent. You must make sure that whoever's taking the research, taking the lactate samples, is 100% skilled and focused on what they're doing. Otherwise, serious harm can be done when taking blood. For example, needle, go in the main vein, bang, could cause death. Then you're done because you didn't know how to do the taking blood, so you could go to jail, get fined, all that. And finally, within all these scenarios, it goes without saying, if the ethical and legal issues are not stuck to, the serious implications of that is a prison sentence could be made, or a fine, a big fine as well. Okay, yeah, thank you very much for listening to my presentation on research methods. Thank you, see you in a bit.